So badass.
Definitely, yes, definitely so. So we do have Blob from WeWannaWin clan spawning in the top right location on this map, and in the bottom left we do have Agaham, the purple, no, the pink Zerg, purple Protoss and pink Zerg. Screw my life.
Purple
FML, like,
Protoss. Purple Protoss.
yeah, purple Protoss. That's one thing, and mistaking
Yeah.
pink for purple all the time on the damn minimap.
Well, it's not like a bright pink.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Because then you actually go to the purple and you look at the decals next to Nexus. Those look kind of pink. You're like,
Yeah. Not to mention that men only see in 16 color resolution, same as the first version of Windows. We don't really know what is like we know violet and we know pink. We don't know no purple. We don't know what a peach is a color.
Peach what?
Peach. It's supposedly a color.
No, it's a no.
Exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. That's all I have. I don't have this kind of like mauve, lilac.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Magenta.
talking about, right? That's what I'm
Cyan.
talking about.
God, but Blob not being as greedy as his Protoss counterpart last game, going for Forge first instead of the Nexus first, and drones coming out to try and stop
he can
this
actually
probe.
put a yeah, there it is. You can put a pylon with Forge first. You can afford to do this because you will have cannons out. When you're going Nexus first, you don't really want to be doing that. Oh, and he cancels straight away as the drones go back. And Agaham sees this, so the drones go forward again. The Nexus has been planted, and now he can plant another pylon, and this time actually let it finish. There we go.
Yeah, and I mean this is free.
And now he has to build a cannon. He cannot go with a gateway. Come on.
Yeah.
There we go.
And there we go. Cancel that second pylon expansion going down for the Zerg.
He did, but he is by almost 40 seconds ahead on his Nexus. And that's a huge deal. And the third base, he will try to delay that one as well. He's just being really obnoxious. 4 lings are out. Gateway is on the way as well. And the pylon. So really nice job by Blob so far, delaying Agaham as much as possible. Really nicely done.
Awesome. So Blob putting himself in the driving seat this game, quite far ahead, and the Zerglings are now looking for that probe, trying to find it, but they're not going to see him. He's already gone all the way back home. No proxy pylons out on the map, so it looks like he just wants to play passive.
So there we have the core going down. So now one thing I'm really interested to see in well, obviously in Zerg openings we already see that he's not taken a fast gas, he's going 3 base rather quickly. So it is going to be some time before the Zerg plans unfold, but on the Protoss side of things, I always am interested in the order of gas spending in Heart of the Swarm. In Wings of Liberty it was not such a big deal. Okay, getting the gateway first, warp gates that is. The next 100 gas is going to be spent on the mothership core, and I suppose this will be on a Stalker. No +1 yet, but if you're not, unless you're doing a really fast 4 gateway timing with +1, you don't really need to queue it up all that fast.
No, because he's literally going to be content to sit in base, maybe use that to poke away overlords, which can be a real pain, especially if you're trying to hide some tech and then an overlord just wanders into your base.
Yeah, and it looks like Blob is going to move out and try to do a Zealot Stalker mothership pressure. That's a very nice thing to do. Basically, what you need to do is before the mothership gets into the range of the queens, you need to get at least 1 or 2 hits off on her, either with the Stalker or the Zealot, and then you can use the Gateway army to fight the ground army of the Zerg and let the mothership core focus down the queen, because it will win at that point.
And then it's just like, it's having like a flying marine that no one can kill after that.
Yeah.
Because these Zerglings aren't too great at killing mothership cores. A few lings being made to defend this, and he's going to poke in that third. I like him taking the gases on the natural though. because it means that the Protoss player can scout that and go, well, has he taken 4 gases? Is this his 3rd and 4th gas? I'm not 100% sure. That's Zealot getting surrounded though. Slightly sloppy play by the Protoss, but continuing to pressure with 2 Stalkers. Good kiting here. Mothership Core doing nice bit of extra damage. And these Zerglings are all going to get cleaned up for no hit point loss.
Very nice work by Blob here, and behind this he's taking a 3rd base. And you know, with a 3 base opening for Zerg, those gases come so late that the speed really will not be up by the time you really need it to defend. One of those queens may actually go down. No, having to pull probes, Agaham, and well, I have to say Blob is doing a really nice job of pressuring Agaham here. He missed a couple of injects. He was forced to pull to build more queens than maybe he would have liked, although he can use them later on to spread creep, so not a total loss. But he forced out a lot of units that could have been drones. We see that he's only on 54 drones compared to 47 probes, and the 3rd base is alive and kicking, so with 3 Nexus production, the Protoss is all set and ready to go play a very nice macro game with 4 gates and a robo up.
And I mean, he's lost 2 Zealots compared to about 20 Zerglings and a couple of drones, so losing 2 Zealots for that is just phenomenal. And speed is going to be done, but he's already got sentries up, he's got cannons, he's got a wall built, so he can actually hold this 3rd quite comfortably.
Yeah, and right now Agaham is going to come in and see so many probes already mining the 3rd, and he's going to be like, oh no.
Yeah, he knows he's far behind now, and it's going to be interesting what he sees. Lair's coming up and he's taking all of his gases. I want to see what he goes for, because it could be Spire. It could actually just be Infestation Pit and Swarmhost, although people aren't 100% comfortable with them yet because they're still kind of new.
Alright, so we have Infestation Pit and Hydras coming up, and a 4th base. I wouldn't be surprised if this were for Swarmhosts, to be honest. With a couple of Hydras to help defend the Swarmhosts and snipe observers, yeah. And also you can go Quick Hive and Vipers after that, and that's a pretty potent army. Of course it's a turtling army, unless such a point in time that you get really massive amounts of Swarm Hosts compared to relatively low number of Colossi out. Because, you know, whenever Protoss see Swarm Hosts play, they go double Robo Colossi, and we even see triple Robo Colossi coming out of Blob here right now. As he did scout the Infestation Pit with the hallucination, so.
Yep, scouts it, and I mean against Hydras, if you have 3 or 4 Colossus, they just die. It's not even a question. Until those Vipers come out, that army would then not be able to engage the Colossus army.
I think Blob in a really good position. He will get 6 Colossi and just push. And he will kill everything unless there are Vipers already out on the field. But, you know, this strategy is so gas intensive, and the gases at the 4th are so late for Agaham. Well, it's going to be close. The timing of the Vipers is going to be really, really, really close. First, Swarm Hosts are in production, but Blob will have 3 friggin' Colossi out by that time, so he will have absolutely no problem with Locusts whatsoever.
Yeah, and the Hive's still not done. It looks like he's going completely for this Swarm Host build. He's got his speed for his Hydras done. Now starting the range. And I'm not sure. I think he just wants to siege up, because until these Colossus get range, they can't really push the Swarm Host, but the Swarm Host can just... They're fine with dealing with the pressure, they just can't push into...
Yeah, but you are going to melt every Swarm Host, every Locust that you see so fast.
6 Colossus.
Yeah.
6 Colossus he's going to have.
Yeah.
My god.
No need to build any more, quite honestly.
Yeah, no, not at all. And I think he'd actually be worse off if he built any more. Because once those Vipers come out,
he can once he gets rid of the Swarm Hosts and Locusts, he can either kill the Zerg or just switch to Air Toss. Because you know the Zerg is not going to be making Hydralisks when he sees this many Colossi. He'll go into Corruptors, and Corruptors suck.
Yeah.
Or Vipers, but since we don't have highs...
He's going up to 8.
What the hell? He should get Observers, actually.
My god, this is... This is like a weird mass Thor strat, except it's mass Colossus. I just don't understand it. So these swarm hosts are gonna nibble
he's
away
going to
there.
go from behind. Oh my goodness, all the Hydras getting caught off guard. The Swarmos are not protected, and they will die as a result. Nice force fields going down, catching some more of the Hydras, killing as many of them as is possible. 7 more Swarm hosts in production. A Hive on the way, but it's already too late. Blob is well and prepared, and he does have an observer with him, so he will just continue pushing. There's just not enough army.
No, there's nothing that he can do to deal with this. These Colossus are just ripping through everything. And I don't know what the Zerga's going to do here.
Oh my goodness, this is a massacre. This is a massacre. Poor swarm hosts getting killed before they even can burrow. Not that it would help with the observer in tow of this army. But the 4th will fall. The 5th will never get a chance to mine. And those poor swarm hosts will go like, I just wanted to breed some of my children.
Yep. Those locusts on creep though, being able to catch up with the Colossus reinforcements because he positioned them around the back, but that 4th base goes down. Stalker's continuing to rally in, and it gets to this point where the Protoss just snowballs. He's got enough Colossus to deal with all the locusts, and he can.
He's got enough Colossus to deal with every friggin' thing.
Time warp on the ramp, such a good position, and I mean 30 supply ahead and counting.
Yeah, and he still has enough energy for a mass recall should things go awry. Not that they will.
No proxy pylon, so he is have to rally stuff all across the map. But I don't think it's going to matter. All the overlords are joining the party of death. And he can't quite decide what he wants to kill next. He keeps walking back and forth.
Well, he doesn't want the mothership core to die, and there's the GG. Surprisingly, to my biggest surprise, WeWannaWin clan from Czech Republic takes Knights Gaming 3-2.